to Dad and I How To. Today we're back with another video, and this one is about the Ring doorbell system. I wonder something, Dad, because I see that you're always powering it with batteries, but is there another way that we can make this work? So you don't
I'm always charging the battery. That's what I do. Every 3 weeks or so, I pull the battery out, I take it upstairs, and I charge it. Okay, so what I decided to do was get a power adapter. Okay, this is an 18-volt doorbell power adapter, which is compatible to the Ring doorbell.
Okay.
So today we're going to install the wiring to the Ring doorbell that's been working off battery, but we're actually going to have it work off AC power. Okay, so we'll be right back, and this is very easy. Okay, and we'll tell you what tools you need to install the adapter.
Thank you. Keep on watching.
Okay, we're back. Now, here's your typical Ring doorbell. Let me put this down. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect the battery cover. Okay, I'm gonna take that and put this here. And then there's 4 screws. We've already taken 2 of those screws out, but you have 4 screws, one here, 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 and here. I'm gonna get my drill.
So I see the 2 screws on the left side.
There's 2 screws, so we're gonna take those screws out right here, and be very delicate on using a power drill. I suggest, if you're not really a professional, using a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, exactly. Now, we have our hole already drilled because we had a doorbell here before. Now, what we're going to do is this is your adapter, okay? And let's go back outside. I want to show them exactly how it connects to the... Okay, so on the back of your Ring doorbell, you have 2 screws, okay? And those 2 screws connect, bring the camera in closer, to these connections right here, okay? And they're very simple. You don't need a guy to come to your house and charge you $75 to $100 to connect a Ring doorbell, okay? We're gonna take our Phillips head screwdriver and loosen these up and put those right on there. So give me a minute, we're gonna come back again and show you how we run the wires and etc. Okay? We're gonna use the existing hole. You ready? Are you on now? We're going to use the existing hole that we had for our doorbell, okay? If you don't have an existing hole, you can properly put your base plate on here first and then drill a hole inside the house. Or follow the line downstairs that was connected to your doorbell. It's usually in the basement, and you can put this wire here, connect to the wire that's in your basement. Okay, and that's how that's we don't have this wire. This house 100 years old, so we don't have the original wire. But what we're going to do is we're going to snake this wire through this hole here, and then we're going to connect it to our doorbell. And we're just going to plug it in after that.
Okay. And then connect those 2 power sources to the
Ring doorbell, to the back of the Ring doorbell. We'll show you that. Okay. Now we're going to go back inside. I'm going to see if I can snake this wire through the hole that we have here already. Usually I'm pretty lucky doing that. Okay? So I'm going to snake this wire. Hopefully, what I have to use a coat hanger or anything of that sort. Okay. So let's see how lucky I am today. Okay. I think we're outside already.
We're outside.
Yeah. And a lot of times, if you don't have, you can always put a coat hanger using black tape, a little bit of black tape, and bring the coat hanger from outside in, and then pull your wire through. That'll make it easier too. Okay. But make your hole. Okay. And it doesn't have to be this large. It's going to be smaller. Okay. But just enough so your coat hanger can fit through. Okay, so here we go. Wow, the wire's outside here, okay? We do have our wire here.
Nice.
So it was fortunate in this case that we were able to thread it through the hole. Now, we're gonna take our, this is the part you need to understand. Do not use anything powered on this, because
What do you mean by that?
power drill,
Oh, okay.
okay, what I used before, don't do it with this. It could be very
Don't use a
harmful.
power.
Don't use a power. Use a regular Phillips head screwdriver like what I'm doing now. Okay. So I'm going to take this off. Have a magnetic screwdriver.
Nice. And do one at a time?
And do one at a time. You can't do two at a time anyway. Okay. So we're going to take the screw through that hole, and we're just going to tighten it down. Now, don't worry about polarity. Okay, what does that mean? Okay.
Yeah, what does polarity mean?
AC power, DC power, you have a plus and a minus, or a negative and a positive, like on your car battery. In this case, we're using AC power, so it doesn't matter which screw did you put it on, okay?
Nice.
Because AC power is called alternating current. All right, DC power is direct current, so it has to be done with a positive and negative. Fortunately, in this case, we don't have to worry about that.
Nice. Thank you. That was very informational for our viewers.
So, now that we've tightened this up, nice and tight, nice and snug, okay, we're gonna thread our wire back through, okay, back through.
What do you call this plate?
That's the plate that comes with your ring. So you're just using the plate that comes with it. Okay, and then we're gonna put the 4 screws back in the unit. Okay, one at a time, of course.
Can you use a regular screwdriver for this one?
We're gonna use a regular screwdriver. We shouldn't have used the other screwdriver before, so that's why.
All right, that's a cautionary.
Yeah, that's why I made a cautionary disclaimer. I can do it because I've been using it for a while, but I wouldn't trust you guys at home because you'll strip it in a minute. Okay, let's make sure it's lined up properly. Okay. Let's make sure we get the. Okay, there we go. That's one screw.
Fell out.
Oh, it's still here. Okay. Think about these screws here.
What part of the process do you think takes the longest? Maybe the stringing the wire and screwing the wire.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. So we have our unit in there now. Okay. We will take our ring cover and replace it back. Okay. And it's back now to where it was. Okay. Now we're going to go inside. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a little molding to let it go inside this molding, which we will paint later.
Oh, it's like hidden already.
We're gonna make it hidden, okay? So, if you don't have a hacksaw at home, you can use a steak knife or whatever, and you can get this molding from Home Depot, Lowe's, okay? And it usually is plain white, but this one here is a little gray, but we're gonna paint it later, okay? So now, I'm just gonna cut this.
Sorry, camera.
Okay, cut, twist, and break, okay? Cut it from the bottom. And there you go. Now, our next step is to take off the adhesive that's on the unit and make sure it's open, okay? Because you're gonna put your wire in this unit. Try to find the one that opens like this. There are ones that are completely closed, but I suggest finding the open one or one that has two pieces, one that snaps on top of each other. Okay? Now, I'm going to place our wire in here first. You want to get closer?
No, because
You got it? You
I'm
can
trying
see
to
it?
get the whole thing, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna thread our wire down, down, down. Okay. And then we're gonna snap this back. Okay, once it's on the roll, we'll snap it back. So,
You might want to cut more.
no, what we're gonna do is I shouldn't have took the tape off right off the bat, but what I'm gonna do is this. The cut part is proper, done. I don't like seeing wires at all, so I'm gonna notch this out the top. Okay, notch this out at the top. Notch this out the top so that when we put this into the wire end, you don't see the wire itself. Okay, so there we go. Bring it close to the side here. And then we make sure it's straight. And we start to apply pressure.
Oh, that was perfectly measured.
No, pre-measured before we started thing.
Oh, okay.
Pre-measured.
Very nice.
Okay, so now we'll go with another piece here, but right now we just want to show you the actual what we did here. And all we're gonna do now is plug our unit into the socket here. We're gonna plug our unit in. Get our phone. And as you see, we're back in business with full power, and we don't have to worry about changing our battery again. And the battery's still in the unit, so if the power goes off, your battery will act as a standby power battery.
Thanks for watching this Dad and I how-to. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.